day before the United Nations deadline expires, the day of challenge. The street protesters chanted, "Kuwait is ours," and they vowed to fight for President Saddam Hussein.
The latest attempts to save the Middle East from a new war appeared to be fading. Iraqis were declaring their support for Saddam Hussein. In the capital, as in major cities across Iraq, tens of thousands of people were being urged to march on what is called Challenge Day. Withdrawal from Kuwait by tomorrow is a precondition of all the various peace initiatives, past and present. It obviously remains a non-starter and the cause of war if and when it starts. These demonstrations may become a feature of their resistance in the coming days. They are an attempt to purport the nation as battle-hardened and, if necessary, battle-ready.
Now we are very courageous, okay, we are standing for our country, okay, and we will fight, whatever the conditions.
We will defend our country because this is our job. All of us waiting what will happen, but we are not frightened.
These university students are warned to be ready for a holy war, a war that saves Iraq, re-establishes a Palestinian state, and shifts the balance of regional power towards Baghdad and its allies. Their commitment appears no less resolute. People acknowledge they're technologically outmatched, but they're told they will survive a massive airstrike to be followed by a prolonged land battle.
Any aggression against Iraq, we will all fight.
Are you prepared to die for that?
Yes, sure. It's better to die with your head up rather than to be humiliated.
If you ask most of these Iraqis what they think will happen after the deadline expires, and that's within 24 hours, they will reply nothing. They seem to have been psychologically tuned into the belief that there will be no attack, that their challenge against foreign intervention over Kuwait and their challenge against Israel over the Palestinians will not be confronted by military means.
As the politicians explore the last diplomatic options, the military preparations in the Gulf continue. Britain's Royal Air Force, the RAF, has been making final checks on its equipment. If the conflict begins, they'll be among the first to go into combat on bombing missions and to intercept Iraqi planes.
Within days, Royal Air Force pilots in Saudi Arabia could be among the first to discover whether Iraq's air defences can be destroyed as easily as the planners believe. Tornado bombers will be in the first wave of attacks, concentrating on Iraqi airfields using the dark green JP-233 weapons, which are specially designed to crater runways. The smaller Jaguar fighters can carry laser-guided bombs and rocket pods for pinpoint attacks on radar sites and supply depots. But all these aircraft are vulnerable to the thousands of anti-aircraft guns and missiles that Iraq has to defend its troops. The RAF has a squadron of Tornado bombers at Tabuk in western Saudi Arabia. At Dhahran on the Gulf Coast are more Tornado bombers and interceptors. At Muharraq in Bahrain, Tornadoes and Jaguars. All these fighters could be in the first wave of the attack. At Jubail, RAF Chinook and Puma helicopters will wait for the land battle that would be almost certain to follow a few days later. RAF operations are integrated with the much larger American Air Force attack plan, the whole mission aimed at striking such a crushing blow against Saddam Hussein's military might that the eventual recovery of Kuwait will be easier to achieve.